why I fought for you. That's why you're still here.
That was pretty emotional. I've known Val for decades.
That's Tom Cruise on Jimmy Kimmel Live in February 2023, talking about Val Kilmer returning as Iceman for a scene in Top Gun Maverick.
Thank you, Ice, for everything. And for him to come back and play that character, he's such a powerful actor that he instantly became that character.
That turns out to be Val's final on-screen appearance. He passed away from pneumonia at the age of 65 on Tuesday.
He was such a great guy and such a wonderful spirit and had such, he and Tom's friendship was just really incredible to witness.
Today, another Top Gun Maverick co-star, Glen Powell, was on Today with Jen and friends, and he recalled running into Val as shooting wrapped, and Glen was loading stuff out of his hotel room.
So it was the last luggage cart, and the only thing on the luggage cart was weights, protein powder, and tequila. and Val walked into the elevator. And Val looked at me, and he was like bent over laughing, and he goes, "That is Top Gun." And we took a picture together with all of it.
Of course, Val was also in the original Top Gun, which was his third movie role ever.
You figured it out yet?
What's that?
Who's the best pilot?
No, I think I can figure that one out on my own.
His fourth movie role was in Willow, directed by Ron Howard, who wrote on Instagram today, "I was incredibly fortunate to collaborate with Val a number of times over the years. As the offbeat swordsman, Mad Margaret in Willow, his stunning Jim Morrison in Oliver Stone's The Doors, and in a chilling cameo in The Missing. I list these titles because even my own personal creative experiences reflect his awesome range as an actor. Check out his filmography, amazing. His art extended to his poetry, artworks, filmmaking, and simply the way he lived. Bon voyage, Val, and thank you." Nicolas Cage said today that Val should have won the Oscar for playing Jim Morrison in The Doors.
They asked if you could say, "Girl, we can't get much better."
Girl, we couldn't get much higher. Yeah!
2 years later, Val stunned as Doc Holliday in Tombstone, one of his most memorable performances. Today's co-star Billy Zane wrote on Instagram, "If ever filmography captures the essence of a true artist, by every definition, it's this man's canon. Rest in peace, amigo. See ya when I see ya." 1995 was a big year for Val. He co-starred in the classic Heat, directed by Michael Mann, who said today, "While working with Val in Heat, I always marveled at the range, the brilliant variability within the powerful current of Val's possessing and expressing character. After so many years of Val battling disease and maintaining his spirit, this is tremendously sad news." Yeah, Val was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2015, and his last Instagram post is from February 23rd, where we actually see his face, and he donned a familiar mask.
It's been a while.
Oh, you look great.
Yeah, he'll forever be Batman to a lot of people, as he starred in 1995's Batman Forever.
Wait. I have a riddle for you. For me.
Who battled the Riddler, played by Jim Carrey, who said today, "I'm remembering Val Kilmer today with great admiration for him as a man and as a generational talent who left us an inviolable legacy of indelible acting performances. His greatest artistic achievements were rivaled only by the grace and courage in which he endured his life's most challenging moments. Wishing his family so much love."
You're as blind as a bat!
Exactly.
In 1996, Val starred alongside Marlon Brando and David Thewlis in The Island of Dr. Moreau. On Instagram today, David wrote, "I spent the most bizarre 5 months my entire life with Val Kilmer, out in the Australian rainforest on the ill-fated island of Dr. Moreau. It was so spectacularly bleak and awful, it was almost wonderful. Look it up sometime." As Val wrote in his final mail to me, "What an incredible story we lived, you and I, one of the greatest. Bittersweet to be back here in Australia and hear the heartbreaking news. He's one of the most extraordinary people I've ever met. Proud to have called him a friend and co-conspirator."
Johnny, get the lock.
Also that year, Val teamed up with Michael Douglas for The Ghost in the Darkness. Michael wrote on Instagram today, "Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. It was an honor working alongside Val on The Ghost in the Darkness nearly 30 years ago. Val will be greatly missed, but his legacy will live on forever in the films and performances he so brilliantly shared with us." One of Val's biggest hits was 1997's The Saint, alongside Elizabeth Shue.
But difficult childhoods, I believe, make the most interesting adults.
He's tireless when it comes to finding new original ideas in a script. There's not a lazy bone in his body, and that's something I really respect. He's really an incredible actor.
And he followed that up by voicing Moses in The Prince of Egypt. His animated brother Ray Fiennes tweeted today, Val Kilmer, rest in peace. 2005's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang brought together Val and Robert Downey Jr., who praised Val to Esquire magazine last year.
Every moment with Val Kilmer was a joy. He is undoubtedly one of the great actors of his generation.
The film also starred Michelle Monaghan, who wrote on Instagram yesterday, a kind, curious, committed, rebellious, and radical gent. I learned from one of the greats, an artist through and through. I treasured my time with you. Godspeed, buddy. In 2009 was the year that Val co-starred with Nicolas Cage, who wrote, I always liked Val, and I'm sad to hear of his passing. I thought he was a genius actor. I enjoyed working with him on Bad Lieutenant, and admired his commitment and sense of humor. Francis Ford Coppola directed him in Twixt in 2011, who wrote today, Val Kilmer was the most talented actor when in his high school, and that talent only grew greater throughout his life. He was a wonderful person to work with and a joy to know. I will always remember him. Josh Brolin shared this shot with Val with the caption, see ya pal, I'm gonna miss you. You were smart, challenging, brave, uber creative firecracker. There's not a lot left of those. I hope to see you up there in the heavens when I eventually get there. Until then, amazing memories, lovely thoughts.
I was madly in love with Val Kilmer, and he left.
Why would he leave?
While their 80s romance didn't last, Val stayed friends with Cher throughout the years.
Only sometimes you're only meant to stay with someone so long.
Valis, we'll miss you. You were funny, crazy, pain in the ass, great friend, kids. You brilliant as Mark Twain, brave here during your sickness. Yeah, he was. His cancer battle certainly slowed down his on-screen appearances. I know there's a lot of speculation on whether or not he was going to do Top Gun Maverick or not. And I could see him having some hesitation about doing it just because he was going to appear in a different form in a way because he wasn't able to speak properly. But yeah, it was wonderful that he ended up doing it in the end.
Who's the better pilot? You or me?
This is a nice moment. Let's not ruin it.
And what an appropriate on-screen send-off. Back in 2018, Val happened to write on Facebook, I love Jennifer Connelly. We're so lucky, so rare, this much talent, and this much beauty. Well, that Top Gun Maverick co-star shared her love back today, writing on her Instagram story, rest in peace to our forever Iceman.
He's such a brilliant actor. I love his work.
Yeah, he'll be Iceman forever for a lot of people. He'll be Batman forever for a lot of people. But I mean, yeah, going through this, I realized he has 79 movie roles throughout his career. And yeah, I'm sure you recognize how many classic films Val was in. Pretty incredible career. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.